11 life paths. Let's get straight into the video. Let's talk about the importance of self-awareness in this video, okay? As an 11 life path, look, you are gifted with heavy intuition, heavy knowledge. Like, you just know things. Like, it's so scary. Like, even when I talk to 11 life paths, a lot of them, like, I'm an 11 myself too, so we all just know things, okay? But sometimes what ends up happening is that when you live with a society that is perpetuating a lot of degenerate behavior or culture that is very far from where we were primordially as humans, like as people. We were very in nature, giving kind. We did bartering. We had a barter system. This whole system is abnormal. We live in a very Machiavellian, Orwellian type of society right now. Let's just call a spade a spade. That's what's going on right now. There's a lot of tyranny that's being perpetuated onto human society, and because of that, most people live in fear. And when you live in fear, you think from preservation, not from a point of being optimistic, right? So you're thinking more of like preserving things rather than going out there and becoming more blossom. And the reason why that happens is that one of the biggest reasons that actually perpetuates is because the vast majority of folks lack self-awareness, okay? Now, self-awareness is rooted in practices that we neglect. And I'm just being honest with you guys, okay? In this human society that we live in right now, 11 life paths, I'm going to tell you something right now. You could be very charismatic. You could be very good looking, okay? You could have the best type of intuition. But if you lack self-awareness, you will drown in insecurities. You will embody other people's insecurities. And what I'm talking about philosophically is very deep. Okay, now let's get a little deeper into what I'm talking about. Okay, this is some very deep esoteric science. Now, when you neglect to know thyself, what ends up happening is, because your brain is like an antenna, so it's picking up on other people's vibration, you start to go out. People have brainwashed themselves, their limitations onto themselves. So what they do is that when they talk about themselves, they are subconsciously programming you to be like them. This is why I am so, like, I don't care if people think I'm rude or whatever. I'm very observant about the circle that I choose to be with. I'm very observant about the guys and the girls that I choose to speak with. Even with the guys that I'm speaking with, bro, if you're not on your grind, if you do not know thyself, if you do not work on yourself, we're not probably going to be friends for too long. And I don't mean that like in just like a shallow, weird way. I don't mean it to be honest. I have friends that have money, and I have friends that don't have that much money, okay? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your emotional state, right? Your state in which you are able to blossom emotionally. Because if you could emotionally blossom, if you could emotionally grow, if you can emotionally, especially as an 11 life path, if you can emotionally transmute those emotions, right, into working out, into attracting your dreams. You see, I'm very careful with my words. We don't, our dreams. Look at this. We don't do that. Oh my God. The great awakening is happening in 2024. Everything, most of these things are about to get exposed. Most of these people, look, English is a language filled with spellcasting. This is why I am so observant with the words I use too. Like, I know a lot of people might think I'm extra and they're like, oh bro, don't take a chill pill, dude, take a chill pill. Whatever they say, you know what I mean? Like, I'm very observant with some of the words that I choose not to use, because honestly, your words can start programming you, okay? They can start programming you. This is why I'm very observant of them. And this is why when you are hanging out with people that don't believe in themselves, what happens is that their insecurities start to seep into you. This is why, like, me personally, like, I've talked about this in one of my other videos about isolation. If you haven't watched that video, you should probably watch it because that's a golden video. You have to even go through a period of isolation. I'm telling you guys, like, there's too much noise. People are telling you, you're too this, you're too that. When people tell you you're too this for that, you're too that for this, what they're really saying is that they don't believe in themselves, and they're scared that you're going to grow so much that when you do, you'll probably fucking leave them. I'm just being honest here, okay? I'm just like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I feel like all these gurus that have been keeping it hunky-dory with y'all, I'm like, oh, it's okay. If you'll be fine no matter what. No. Okay, you will be fine no matter what. Like, in the end. But, like, holy fuck, to get to the end, you have to, like, really evolve. Like, you really have to actually evolve into, like, embodying that person. That's why it's so important to really being self-aware of who you are as a person. Because, like, now let's get into, like, a little bit of the emotional aspects of this whole topic that I'm talking about. Now, sometimes you could be very fucking oblivious, and I'm not saying you personally, but, like, as an 11 life path, look, you're very, very intuitive, right? And you just know things. But sometimes you could see the hardest thing, and the ancients have even talked about this, the hardest thing is to getting to know thyself. Okay, so if you're not getting to know thyself, you can start to make opportunities not happen for you if you don't get to know thyself. And I'll tell you how. Whether that's a relationship, whether that's a partnership, whether that's a business, whether that's work, whether you're looking for a job, whatever you're doing, if you do not know who you are as a person, you might, because here's what it is, even with people, this is why it's so important to learn numerology. You need to learn numerology, and with me, like, every person that I talk to, like, and if I get, like, interested in them as a friend or whatever, I start to ask them for their life path number, and I'm like, what is your life path number? And then, like, getting to know, because the way you want to be treated is not how everyone wants to be treated, okay? Some people are okay with others calling them back after a week, right? If you said that you're going to call someone and you call them, like, after a week, some people are okay with that. Not a Taurus. So you've got to know, like, even, like, bro, like, the stars, the constellation of the stars, these things have immense realities to them. These things, and this is why, like, ever since this awakening is happening, you've noticed how the elites now they're hiding now. You notice how they're about to, like, they're really about to see. These are things for, like, I can't even, these are, like, those deeper topics that I don't think I can talk about them on YouTube, but maybe I'm thinking about opening, like, a Rumble channel or something. But I'm sure, like, even Rumble at one point is going to be like, oh, like, people are getting very sensitive now, so y'all might have to cut down on your woke talk or whatever the fuck they're going to say. I don't know about that, but what I'm here to tell you is that just because you want to be treated a certain way does not mean everyone wants to be treated that way, or everyone needs to be treated that way. even like some people like, you know, talk about should this sign date that sign and that sign date that sign. I'm like, I think most signs can actually work together. I really do think that. That's if there is communication, and if you know thyself and you learn other people, you can start to communicate certain things that you want. For example, I don't know why I have a lot of Sagittariuses in my life, like a lot, okay? I have a lot, like I mean a lot, like probably like 50-60% of my circle. Like I don't know where all these Sagittarius is, but like I have a lot of Sagittariuses. Let me know if you're a Sagittarius, okay? Or a Virgo, by the way. Virgo, if you're a Virgo, I'm a Taurus, and Virgos usually love me, okay? The way you treat a Sagittarius is not how you treat a Virgo. And the way you treat a Virgo is not the way you treat a Sagittarius. And obviously, like the moon sign and everything, all that stuff, like all the way you treat a Capricorn, if you're dating for example, if you're dating a Capricorn or a Taurus, you better be ready to talk about finances with these people. I'm just being honest. Like, you better be ready to just talk about what your plans are, because it's not like they're amazing people, but especially a Taurus is a fixed sign. Okay, so it's looking for stability. Okay, it's looking for people that are stable. And it's more of like a mindset. It's more of like, oh, like, does this person have the mind type of thing, right? This is why being self-aware of yourself is so important. So when you are meeting other people, you can tell them how you like to, like how you want it, you know? Like in a relationship, like, I don't mean the dirty way, by the way. I mean it like in a normal way, like just like how you want to be treated, okay? For the people that are thinking, you know, whatever. Fuck, man, my whole mindset. Fuck, I just lost fucking track. Okay, yeah. This is exactly why I'm telling you right now. Once you get to know who you are, once you're more self-aware, you can tell other people that, yo, these are like the boundaries that you shouldn't cross with me, and I would really appreciate it. And then other people know, and then other people tell you their boundaries, okay? I'm very, very firm on this. I'm telling you, because I've talked to many people, and I'm telling you, until you are not self-aware and you don't get other people aware of who you are, and that's the thing, even with relationships right now, you have to communicate with people, especially if you're an 11 life path. You need to communicate with your partner and tell them the things that you don't like. And this is all coming from like a Taurus. I'm a Taurus / Capricorn moon, which is a cold moon. It's a cold moon, okay? It's a cold moon to have. Capricorn moon is cold, okay? And I'm learning that, like, it's not a flex. I swear it's not a flex, but like, I'm learning that I have to tell whoever, you know, that like the things that tick me off, because like certain things I just really just can't stand. Like I'm just kind of like, no. This is not what I want. That all being said, have yourself a wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you are. Take care.